right, so we're here today at tyntec with
Stephanie Wissmann.
Can you tell me more about tyntec, Stephanie?
Yes, tyntec is a communication platform as a service company. Sounds complicated, but it's actually a really cool thing. So what we do is we make it as easy for enterprises or companies to communicate with their consumers via mobile devices, like it is amongst friends or like us.
I see.
So you can send messages, notifications, authentications, and it's all via APIs.
Very cool. What do you do here?
I'm responsible for marketing and communications.
Cool. What do you think make tyntec different from other companies?
As a workplace, it's this truly international environment. It's still one of my favorite treats, and at this time I didn't realize it. We were just doing a workshop, and one colleague of mine went out, or she wrote a treat, and it said a Pakistani, a Brit, a US, an Italian, a German, and I can't even name it. It was 8 different nationalities brainstorming together, and then the hashtag was International Office Rocks.
Nice.
And it's really like this. It's over 40 nationalities working together. Wow. And
how many employees do you have?
We have 120 worldwide. We have offices in the US and in Singapore as well, and worldwide it's 120.
Great. So I also heard that tyntec you can tackle like personal projects, side projects, and things like that, which is actually quite unusual for company.
For a company, I think in addition to the international atmosphere, this is one of the things I really like here. So we have these 2 values, freedom and responsibility, and they should always pair, like just having freedom and not the responsibility is not good, having responsibility without freedom also. And I think this is stems so much from this entrepreneurial spirit that you are not, it's not limited to from 8 to 5, you have this energy and then somehow it totally drops down, but it's kind of the personality and everything that you bring in.
Do you have any side projects?
Yes.
Tell me more about it.
So 2 things, 2 different things. I'm a lifestyle blogger. I don't really like the name, but I started blogging before even Instagram existed. And I'm still doing it and really loving it. And I also worked for fintechs for quite a while. And I always had an idea, and this wasn't a company where I could kind of really develop this. So once I left this company, I founded an app, a fintech app, which is called Trade Officer.
What does it do?
They send it's an algorithm, and it has 10 different strategies, and once there is a signal for shares to buy or sell, it will give you a notification.
Very cool. Yeah. Back to the blogging. I myself have a blog as well, but I have really hard time to update it regularly. I've seen that your blog is updated very frequently. What drives you to do that?
You are better on Facebook. I need to tell that. I always think, he already spread a good article. I haven't. I really don't see it as a task or something. For me, because I blog about books a lot, or philosophy or lifestyle topics, it's kind of a I worked during the daytime in this very technical or analytical world, and it's kind of a good balance for me. So I don't say I don't have an editorial plan where it says like, okay, tonight you have to write something, but it's more like this, kind of there is something in there, and it
need to get
has
out.
a need to get out.
Right. What is best professional advice you've ever received, or that you can actually give to our audience?
It was advice, or it was often people who believed in me and who really pushed me. And I hope to also be it for others, because I profited so much from people really believing me or pushing me or challenging
but pushing
me
is always difficult, right? Like if you push too much, or how do you find the right balance to push someone to do something? Sometimes.
Yeah, I think it depends, but for me it was like that I had a scope where I saw myself in, public speaking was one topic for me, for example. I always thought hey, I'm good in doing presentations and preparing other people for doing that. And then I once had a boss who just said to me, why don't you do it yourself? And I thought he's right. But it needed this kind of external push to kind of change my scope of thinking. Like not pushing in if someone is really hesitant or not ready yet, that not. But I don't know, believing in people and I was very lucky in that. I always had through my professional life really good bosses, really good people, and I hope to be one myself.
Yes. I love to talk about failure because I think we can learn a lot from failure and from the stories. What is your biggest failure?
I fail fast. A lot of times I stick too long to. I wanted to make it work, or I knew there were things where I knew already 1 year before, like, hey, quit, stop it, it's not gonna work. But I continued, and now looking back, I thought, like, why didn't I quit?
Did you manage to like change that, this behavior? Or?
I mean, I still have hopefully a lot of years to come where I can prove if I already learned it. I think I've gotten better, but there's still a long way to go.
No, it's definitely a difficult thing.
Looking back, it's always easy. Like,
exactly,
I should have known, but is that now? Should I still stick?
Totally. I think a lot of startups also have like this this struggle, like, you know, like should I pivot, or like should I just keep the company, or like I've seen recently like a talk from a Google X guy, and he was basically saying that there's just no real rules to kill a project. Like it's just that at some point you need to take like a really hard decision, but it's difficult to actually find like when. So
I heard once a saying that, like, in retrospective, everything has known it before, but it's if you're in the situation, it's like
definitely
difficult.
Can you tell me more about your feeling about the tech scene in Munich?
I like it. I studied in Berlin, so every time I talk to Berlin people, I get kind of this, like, oh, you were in Munich, this look full of pity and empathy, like there's not much going on there. But I don't really feel like this. In Berlin, often it's a lot like e-commerce. Like, I talk to people and I'm in the beginning like super impressed, but then I think like, oh, it's another food delivery, or it's a
fluffy startup.
And in Munich, it's often I talk to people and they are so modest, and I'm like, what is this? And then I kind of start grasping that this is like, wow, like tech-wise. I like the blockchain community in Munich here. I think DAHO.AM and what they are doing is super impressive. The maker scene, biotech, like there is a lot of going on, and I really enjoy it.
Do you think Munich people have too much modesty, maybe, or not enough ego, or like what should we do to like make the scene, you know, like maybe more well known as a tech hub in Europe? Because like nobody really mentioned Munich as a tech hub here, right?
I'm torn now because I like modesty, and I don't think in this always ego pushing is the way forward. And I think better improving by actions than in always giving giving
maybe
the
it's through community.
I hope that it's more community, because there is this blockchain community, this maker scene, there is a great virtual and augmented reality scene, and like there could be so much magic happen. Female tech leaders are doing an awesome job. If we could connect those more and more, and I know you are trying this at DAHO.AM conference, then I think like really magic can happen. So many smart brains together.
Totally,
Something.
No, I also think that community is like is very important. But I think like I've lived here for like 4 years, and I think in those 4 years, like the community has been like getting much stronger, which is a really good thing. All right. Thank you so much, Stephanie.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
I enjoyed. You too.
Thank you.